Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another episode of The Small Guy on Main Street, where I interview small business owners and entrepreneurs and have them tell their story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this if you got any value off of it. And thank you for your ongoing support. If you are a business owner or you know somebody that is a business owner, get in contact with me, right? I would love to hear your story, and I don't doubt many others will as well, right? Everybody's unique. Everybody has a different story, regardless of the business you have. So please, if you're in the LA area, share this information or get in contact with me, right? My information's on the description below. And now in this interview, it is with Lizette Cortez, owner of Waxbyliz in Gardena. She been planning, she was on a mission, and the sign that she needed came about, and she had the right amount of courage to make it all happen, and it happened rather quickly than what she anticipated. But she knows that on these opportunities you got to move quickly, right? In this interview, right, she talks nothing but facts, nothing but the real, and she gives you the good, the bad, and the ugly of running a business, right? So enjoy this interview. Without a doubt, it's very great. Thank you, guys. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi.
Today, I am here with Lizette Cortez, owner of Waxbyliz.
Yay.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm nervous a
Yeah.
little bit. Well, no, a lot actually.
Yeah.
First interview, so
It's not bad, though.
yeah.
You'll survive, I think.
Yeah. We'll do
hopefully.
great.
Hopefully.
I'll be a pro after this.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. That'll be good. That'll be good. How was your day today?
Today was actually pretty good. Well, I did take my son to school late because I have a 2-year-old.
Oh.
He's been waking up in the middle of the night. So, other than that, it's been good. You know, just today's my day off, so it was just kids running errands, having the food ready, and getting ready for this interview.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not bad. And the week, anything special has happened in the week?
No.
Just enjoying your time off from
Just
here?
enjoy. Yeah, we just came back, from a trip that we had a couple weeks ago. So we're kind of just, and then last weekend we had something going on. So we were just catching up in our, just relaxing. Especially with this weather, it doesn't help. So it's just mostly relaxing, staying at home.
That's
Yeah.
good. Huh? That's good. How's the beginning of the year been? Or because we're pretty much finishing February. How's it been?
So the beginning of the year, it's always a challenge for me because January tends to be a little bit slow. I feel like that's where I start thinking like, damn, what else can I do, But at the same time, it's a blessing because I get to relax a little bit more than just being consistent back to back to back. But it starts picking up, of course, in February for Valentine's.
Oh, right.
And after that, it's like spring break and all that. So beginning of January, the year, as for myself, great. But as the business, it starts, slowing down. But gracias a Dios, it's picking up,
Yeah.
I'm so used to being 100% booked, So going from 100% to like, here and there, having cancellations. I guess I'm just not used to having cancellations. So having one or two, I'm like, okay, let's start. What can we do? What can we do?
Right.
So we start marketing more, or
Right.
let's do this, or let's do that, So, yeah.
Not bad. So the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
So, right. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the cycle then, right?
Yeah. That's definitely the cycle.
So busiest seasons, spring, summer.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody's in the beach and all that.
Yes.
So then by fall, does it start going down?
Well, it's crazy because there's times like last year, 2022, usually October gets to kind of slow down, November, and it was actually busy until like maybe after Thanksgiving. it started kind of like slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, everyone wants to get ready for the holidays,
Yeah,
you know?
Christmas.
And for some reason, New Year's, getting closer to New Year's Eve, it kind of slows down. And then that's when January gets kind of slow, you know? But yeah, our craziest busy is season is summer. Well, besides spring, summer. That's where, you know, all the Brazilians come out, you know? All my clients are coming out, you know? Like, oh, we haven't seen you. Oh, it's been cold. Okay, well, let's get back to a routine, you know? But yeah.
Not bad. Okay, so your business, Wax by Liz,
Yay.
right? Obviously, is in the name, waxing,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Other services you provide besides waxing?
No.
No.
Specialize only in waxing from forehead to toes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our number one waxing service is Brazilians. Brazilians and eyebrows. But yeah, all we do is just waxing here. Yeah. I tried maybe adding microblading, but I just don't have the time because I have a huge clientele. That I don't. It's just the time is not there.
Yeah. You can't make it work then.
Can't. Yeah. So I honestly prefer just specializing in one thing because I'm very perfectionist, and I have a reputation, and so I just stick to waxing. Yeah.
No, that's good. You focus on one, you do very well, and
Yeah.
that's your thing by all means, right?
Yes, agree.
That's good. That's very good. So how long you been waxing for, or how long you been having this business?
So I started waxing 15 years ago. Yeah. I started working at a spa. No one really wanted to wax. Back then, no one actually really waxed. So, you know, they were hiring more like an esthetician, you know, someone that does facial and waxing. But, you know, the owner told me you're going to be doing waxing for the most part. So, like, better for me. That way I could stay busier. And I started doing more waxing there. And I was there for 2 years. Actually, one of the massage therapists she's the one that told me, like, you should be a wax specialist. And I was like, wait, what's that? Or why? She's like, because you're really good at what you do. And I was like, what? So then I started researching, like, what's a wax specialist? And I was like, oh, well, you only specialize in waxing, right? So then I ended up finding European Wax Center, which I worked there for 5 years. And it was a great experience. I actually enjoyed, but I wanted to grow more. And I wasn't growing there, you know, besides clientele, constantly busy, but, you know, so I decided to start from home in 2014. My son was barely a year. We had barely bought a house too. So we had an extra room, which was connected to our backyard. So I remember telling my mom, like, Mom, you know, like, I kind of want to start my own business. She's like, empiézalo. I'll give you $1,000, empiézalo. Like, all right, cool. So, you know, I got myself, bought myself a bed and just certain things. And I built my own clientele. I didn't tell no one from my job where I was working at. So, you know, I think Instagram had barely started too. In 2000, it wasn't as popular.
2010 and all that was probably still pictures.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just market myself and spread the word. And yeah, little by little, I was working 7 days. 7 days, I was working from home in the morning. Then I'll get ready to go to European Wax Center, come home at 8, work until 10, until I started building my clientele. And I was at my house for 4 years. When I have a kind of testimony about this. I was saving up money to build my business or to have a front store, you know, because it was kind of getting out of hand at my house. You know,
So many
people that you don't know, you know, coming to your house. Yeah. You know, it never got dangerous or anything like that, but you know, it's just you get to the point where you don't want to work from home, you know. You want to, you know, you want something, you want to grow. Yeah. And I think in 2017, I actually had seen this location for lease, but I was like, I know I can, I still can. I wasn't ready. Yeah. And 2018 came. Yeah. And it was a Friday. One of my clients, it was my last client. I can't remember who she is, but she's like, hey, Liz, so when are you going to open your business? Yeah. I'm like, how you know, say, girl, I'm waiting for God to give me, you know, a sign, you know?
Clear sign.
Yeah, like, just tell me, you know? He's like, just do it. Yeah. I'm like, you think so? And she's like, yeah, just do it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to do it, huh? Yeah. And I went to church on Sunday, and he was just talking to me, and I was like, oh, I can't betray you. I'm going to wait for you, you know? I'm going to wait for you. That Monday, I was, you know, I was going to go come and get my nails done across the street. And I see a big sign saying for lease. This same location. And I was like, oh my God, this is you, God, talking to me. This is you. Like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to just do it. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah. I was going to leave actually out of town that Thursday or Friday. And I was like, I have 3 days. If it's meant for me, it's meant. If it's not, it's not. And it's crazy because that Sunday, I was praying like, Diosito, give me a location in Gardena because I'm born and raised in Gardena. You know, it's close to the freeways. Yeah. I want to start with something small, not big, you know, just, you know, like I started just giving him details and boom. I was like, I'm going to call. Yeah. I went to the nail shop like, hey, can I get 5 minutes? I have to make a phone call. I called them. They're like, oh, what kind of business do you want? Like, oh, it's a waxy. Yeah, just call the city. Everything happened in 3 days. Wow. Everything from, you know, first of all, I was just a waxer at home, you know, which huge completely when you start a business. Oh, yeah. Like, oh, you need a business license. Yeah. Oh, you need this. You need to call the fire department. You need this. I'm like, wait, what's all that? Yeah. You know, I didn't know, you know? Yeah. And thankfully, I was actually guided by other people that had opened their business. So I started calling them. And this was an open concept place. Yeah. When they gave me the okay, this was an open concept. I hired a contractor to, you know, come and see it. So everything had to be done in three days. And he was like, yeah, I could do this, I could do that. They added the walls, all that. I'm like, okay, well, I'm leaving out of town. Like, how long is it going to take? Wow. And he was like, oh, a month. But you know how that goes, you know? So yeah, that's how Waxbyliz started. It started from a small room in my house, you know, to a established front store now. And we signed the contract July and we opened October 3rd of 2018. So, si Dios quiere, it'll be 5 years. Technically 8 years in total working from home, right. But 5 years, you know, actually having an actual front store business. Yeah, store, you know? Yeah. So I just, you know, it's crazy how when you start, you know, to like where you're at, you know?
Yeah. No, I see that, but you were on a mission though, right?
Oh, I mean, was.
You were starting slow.
Yeah.
But you know what was your next step?
Yeah. Me estaba desesperando, you know?
Right.
But, you know, sometimes you kind of stop, you know, take a break. Not take a break, like relax. Yeah. The time will come, you know? And that's, I think that's one thing I've learned, you know, is like, no seas desesperada, you know? Wait, you know?
Okay. If you can. I mean, if you can, but sometimes the opportunity is there. Like, you have to do it, and it might come out in your favor or not. But
that is true.
Then you'll know.
Yep, that is true. Because I wasn't even planning to get my nails done that day.
Wow.
I was like, hey, do I need them? Do I not? No. Like, you know what? Let me just go do them, you know? And I'm like, oh. And that's where the opportunity, you know?
Wow.
Gracias a Dios, you know, but...
So, okay. Now, obviously, you had already the picture. You had a mental picture. You know what you were looking for. You said you wanted something small.
Yes.
Something Gardena.
Yep.
Right? So, you didn't shop you didn't see other leases. You
No.
didn't see. This was your first only, and it went that smooth. So.
I did consider Paramount. You know, I did. I would sometimes drive around, you know, just to see, you know.
Right.
But I didn't call no one else. I saw it and I was like, boom, I'm doing it. Which, you know, the year before that, I had seen this same location for lease, but I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You know, I just wasn't financial ready. You know, I didn't want to get a loan from the bank. I wanted to do this myself, you know, and I saved every single dollar, you know. So I was like, hey, I'm not ready. But, you know, the second time I saw, like, no, this is a sign from God. I'm like, I'm going to just go for it. But no, I didn't. I just signed. I saw this one.
Yeah, you took the leap and you went. And surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, because things change after 2020. Like many of what's needed and the procedures, especially with the city, all that changed. So I think, I mean, obviously you were fortunate to have it that year and everything went, I think, pretty smooth. I mean,
you know what?
But
opening a business, I wish it would have been smooth. You know, meaning like when I asked, like, what do I need to open a business? I feel like they weren't just like friendly, like, you know, like there's a difference between like being a waxer and like knowing, you know?
Right, no, right. Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, like they could have just been a little bit nicer, the city, you know?
Yeah. Sorry to say, they're government employees.
Yeah. I was like, ¿me quieres gritar más o qué? I remember crying that day. I was like, oh. But yeah.
No. So, okay. So it pretty much fell on your lap. I mean, it was there for you to call. You took the leap. You did it. Do you recall, obviously, you needed paperwork and all that, but on your behalf, right, you ran this by home. What did they ask from you, like the leasing company or the owner of this physical location? Did they ask a lot from you?
Yes.
Like what information can you provide? Like obviously they might want some kind of amount that, because they want to know that you're gonna pay them.
Right.
But since you're running this by home, how were you able to really justify that? You know.
So they did ask for first and last deposit and the first rent. I had to get my business license. I had to show the city of Gardena. Proof of a cosmetologist, you know, license too. I had to get insurance too. Permits.
Right.
Because we were going to build this. We built two
walls.
walls.
Yeah, you were going to remodel.
Yeah. Fire department permits too.
Yes.
Which I didn't. I had no idea. The owners wanted a credit score. They wanted to run your credit. I think they wanted like bank accounts too, or one of those. I can't remember. And of course, just, you know, payments, you know. But yeah, those were some of the things which I didn't even have no clue. Like, wait, what? Like, and like I said, you know, I was guided by a couple girls in the beauty industry, you know, that they're like, okay, this is what you need, this is what you're gonna do. Apply for certain, you know, government, what is it called? Permits, you know. So those were some of the requirements that I needed in order to open. Yeah. You know. So it took a couple months besides the contractor, you know.
Yeah. Not bad. That's not bad. So you were doing your thing at home, and like you said, you didn't bring clientele from the other shop, and that was a risky move. But what made you do it that method instead of obviously taking the easier route and be like, hey, you know, I'm doing it over here and I'll charge you maybe even slightly cheaper or other things like that? Why that method? Or
well, one, you know, they don't take their clientele or you'll get sued type of thing, you know? So I was kind of more afraid, you know?
Oh, yeah. I get you.
Two, I'm going to be honest, a lot of my clientele was in the South Bay, Redondo Beach. They didn't want to come to Compton. They didn't even know where Compton was at. And two, I wanted to be myself and wanted to make a difference with my community. You know, I felt like I love my clientele over there, but I just felt I couldn't be myself, you know? So I just decided, like, I'll just build my own clientele. One, you know, I don't want it to backfire me either, you know? And two, you know, I knew what kind of clientele I was trying to build, too. And so I just decided, like, why not, you know? And one thing I actually learned is that the Hispanics or Latinos, they spread the word. They just tell everybody, you know? So I feel like that helped a lot. Like, you know, one friend tells the tia, you know, the mom, the friend. Yeah, la comadre. So I felt like I honestly didn't even have to, you know? And I felt so comfortable just being myself, you know? So I want to say within the second year, I started just being crazy busy where I couldn't even take my own clientele that I made from home. That it got to a point where I had to quit European Wax Center. And they actually, you know, they weren't giving me some time off that I was requesting, you know, to go to Mexico. So I was like, fine, you guys don't want to give me the time off, then, you know, I'm just going to quit. They already knew I was going to quit, but I just quit sooner, maybe like a month or a couple weeks sooner. And I just honestly just focused, you know, my clientele that I had built at home. So, that was one of the strategy that helped out is just, you know, building myself.
So how was the first year here? Like your first full year from, you said October when you did your grand opening of 18 to October 19. Crazy. Wow.
It was really crazy. I want to say I worked Tuesday through Saturday. And Tuesday through Thursday, we would work from 9:30 to 9:30. But that's what I wanted, right? I wanted to be busy. And that's a blessing, right?
Yeah.
It was a blessing. And I think it kind of got overwhelmed. I'm not going to lie. Like, it got too busy, too crazy that even I was like, is this what I want to do? You know, like I dreamed to have my own business. You know, I wanted this so bad. And I love what I do, but I also don't want to start not liking what I do, you know? And it was, I honestly, it's like once I opened, like people were just telling people, and I'm like, that's awesome. But I want to say in January, I was starting to get overwhelmed. Like, should I maybe consider another career? But like, no, what else can I do? Like, I love this. Like, I mean, I wax, I talk to my clients, like it's fun. Until COVID hit. And COVID gave me a reality check. It made me realize that it's not always about just work. Because, I mean, it was getting to the point where, you know, yeah, you have your own business and yeah, you create your own schedule and your own time, but the more you work, the more you make, the more you want. And I just started noticing, like, I'll get home and I'll tired, no quería hacer nada. I didn't want to do anything. And, you know, I have a little one, you know? And COVID came and I'm just like, everyone freaked out. But that break helped me a lot. It helped me so much to be with my family, cook at home more. Actually, I think my husband liked it. He's like, I like you being at home more. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, but it did make me realize and appreciate that it's not always just, you know, work. And we have to, though, because, you know, running a business, you know, it's not like, oh, we're running a business. No, there's a lot to run a business, you know. It's not just labor, you know, it's, you know, marketing, you know, scheduling, you know, Just so much, you know?
Yeah.
So I want to say the first year was a great year, but it was also like, this is what I wanted. Like, oh, this is a little bit way too much, you know, too much. So it's an experience that you go through, you know?
Yeah. But so, like you said, it's a blessing
Yeah.
to really have a business open
Yeah.
and have clientele and have the demand,
Yeah.
you know, from or for you. But then yet again, how are you really gonna control that, right?
Yeah.
And not affect the business,
Yeah.
right? But then, like you said, I mean, that went on quite a bit, and then 2020 came and you shut down, right?
Yeah. I was scared,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I was enjoying it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like, you know,
What's really gonna happen?
What's gonna happen? You know, thankfully, you know, my accountant suggests for me to be in payroll.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in payroll, I was paying taxes, which, you know, a lot of in the beauty industry, you're more of a 1099, you know.
Right.
And I was able to collect. Why?
Oh,
because I was in payroll.
You were employed.
And, you know, I'm not going to lie. You know, when you're in payroll and you have an LLC, you pay taxes, you know? Yeah. I wanted to be a legit business. And I didn't want to just be like, you know, I have a business. Like, no, you know, I want to be legit. He's like, you know what? Let's do an LLC. Let's put you in payroll. You benefit from it. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a big write-off for you. Mm-hmm. You paying taxes. Mm-hmm. We did that. COVID hit. 2020. I mean, COVID hit. I knew a lot of girls in the beauty industry couldn't collect. Why? Yeah. Because they're a 1099. Yep. They weren't paying their taxes, meaning they're not paying their, you know, state, federal, you know, all that you don't even realize that it affects you in case that happens. But it was easier for me to apply and collect. Yep. And so, you know, that's what helped me not be as stressed, you know, during COVID. And it made me realize, like, you know what, it's not just, you know, a business. It's, you know, also spending time with your family, you know? So that was a huge help.
That's very good. And a vital point too, that, depending, right, you obviously talk to a tax professional or accountant for the best scenario in your case, right? But it is said to pay yourself, right? Like you are an employee of the business. This is your business. Like, you could do other stuff. You have power and you have opportunities, but you are an employee of it, right? And as a CEO, you have a salary.
Yes.
Right. And of course, if in that scenario, if you were a 1099, and it wouldn't probably play it out the same way. Right. But that was a very good thing. And some cases, some owners don't pay themselves, like by check.
Right.
You know what I mean? They pay themselves other methods.
Yes. So. Yeah. And I think that was one of my issues when I first started working from home. I'm like, how do I pay myself? How? You know, because a lot of people think you're running a business, that business money is your money. No. That's not how it works. That's actually what I learned is the business, whatever the business makes, that's the business money. Yep. And this is how I learned or heard is like how people lose their business. Mm-hmm. They start spending money that's not theirs. Yep. So that was actually one of the issues that I had, like, oh, how do I pay myself? How, you know? And until, you know, when I opened the business, I decided to get an accountant, and he was like, look, this is what we're going to do. You know, this is how you're going to pay yourself. And even now, you know, like the way I pay myself, I started with a certain salary and I'm still getting paid the same salary, you know? That's good. I would love to get paid more, but that's not how it works when you run a business. You have a revenue you got to take care of, you know? Yeah. But yeah, one of the issues is, you know, how to pay yourself, you know, and just know that whatever the business makes, it's not your money. It's the business. And that's how
that you another point there that you think the your business made X amount of money and you can, I mean, as the owner, rightfully
Yeah,
so, you could do
you get
whatever,
whatever you want.
but long term, it's probably
Yes,
not best.
not the best. You have
But
other things you gotta take care of.
yeah, but that's good. You see, of course, working with an accountant, right?
Yeah,
And that
makes
side
a
or a tax
huge
professional,
difference.
they know they could provide you guidance per your case and give you good feedback or tips or scenarios, right,
Right.
to help you out.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Mhm. Okay, so here we are then, 2023, right? I mean, you went past 2020. Um, you opened your doors back up. How was the clientele? Did they come back fairly easily or
No.
no?
No. We actually thought we were gonna be able to what's the word I want to say, recover
And recover.
our loyal clients, and we didn't. We actually it wasn't slow, but it wasn't like how we were.
Mm-hmm.
We I want to say like 50% of my loyal clientele, came back. Then we had a few, like maybe 20, 30 new clients,
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say maybe like a year later, we started getting our old clients back,
Okay.
But no, we honestly thought, we were going to recover, our loyal
As it was
clients
before.
as it was before, and also to, a lot of my clients are females and they lost their jobs,
Yeah.
so, it was hard for them to get back in their, feet. And, I know it's not a accessory or a necessary service,
Yeah.
so we understood that part,
Yeah.
and it also gave us time too. We went from working 5 days to now working 4 days, so as it's gradually started picking up, and started getting busy,
Yeah.
but it took a while. It took time,
Yeah.
and it's very understandable, for what we went through.
Yeah. No, of course. Everybody, yourself and the clientele, they have to get readjusted and
Yeah.
they had to find their own ways and all that.
Right. Right.
Now, this year, right, 2023, right, you took upon something new, right?
Yeah.
You went ahead and now you have an e-commerce. You are selling products, beauty products through your website.
Yes.
Why is that? Or how did you come to that point?
Well, I took a training class. I took an eyebrow training class, and they said most of your income will come from products.
Mm.
So I was trying to, besides just waxing, how can we make extra money? I decided, I decided to let's try selling online. Why? Because during COVID, they were asking, do you sell online?
Yes.
No. I could, probably ship it or something, so this year, like, you know what, let's try selling online. It's not as easy as people think it is, though.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know. And one of my friends actually trained me how to do it, because it's not like, hey, here's a product, ship it here. No, you have to build a website, which I didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was explaining it to me, but so much going on in my head. You have to build a website. You have to create it. You have to put all this information, buy a machine.
It's just the whole process.
It's a process.
Yes, a lot.
It's a process. Besides, you have to be stock. So that's another income you have to spend. So we launched it last month, and we even gave like a discount, a 20% discount. If you buy it online, you know, or even if you just buy it online and pick it up, you know, it's been hard. Even we're marketing and, you know, it's a challenge, you know. You would think like, you know, selling products, you know, online, it's easy. No, actually, we sell more products in store when my clients come. Hey, Liz, what do I need? Try this, try that, or this, than online, you know? So it has been a challenge. It's only been a month. We try to market. People love discounts, you know. Of course, you would love to do discounts, but you can't do it all the time when, you know, I haven't even made a profit. I was telling my husband, like, wait, I'm negative, you know? Because you have expectations. You're like, oh, sí, se va a vender todo esto. No, you know? So it has been a challenge. You know, we're going to continue marketing. We're going to see what happens in 6 months. If it doesn't work for us, it's okay. We tried it, you know? Next to the next project, you know? But it is something that you really have to market yourself, you know, and find strategy, you know, here and there, and just give more and more details about the product so you could sell it, you know, because people don't just want to like, oh, product. No, they want to like, why are you selling it? What does this work? This, that, you know? So it has been a challenge, you know, but we sell more products in store than online store, but you won't know until you do it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
No, that's good. I mean, so you're trying it out. Obviously, it's a new field, right? You don't know the rules. You don't know the game, and you're learning that as well as you're proceeding, right? And if you said 6 months, then at least you have some kind of timeline. And you know that maybe at that point you'll see the good, or how can I say, the expected outcome.
Yeah.
Right. The expected outcome, or for sure you're just gonna ditch it and be like, you know what?
Right.
No, that's it. I gave it what I could give it now.
Yes.
And maybe some other time, right?
Yes. And, you know, one thing I learned too, you know, working for, you know, a bigger company, like, you know, they would always push. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't push because I don't want my clients to feel uncomfortable. I don't, you know, like I said, like if it's 6 months from now, you know, it's not a hit, it's fine, you know? But yeah, it's something that you have to be very consistent in marketing, and pretty much marketing, you know, just talk about it and you know, and promote it, and have sales, you know. Now I understand why, you know, some people are like, oh, you know, there's a big sale and there's another sale here, this, you know, because I think without giving sales, and you know, it's not as of a hit, you know. And even though you have social media though, and I actually have a lot of people from, you know, where we got the website, like, oh, you know, I'll help you promote it, you know, this and this, but it's like, no, I kind of want to just do it myself, you know. But you know, it is what it is, and we're gonna have it open and just see how it goes.
Well, that's good. At least you're willing to try it, because you don't know, right?
We won't know.
No, that's true. That's good. That's good. Okay, so a little bit back. We're gonna go to the services, right?
Yeah.
Mostly, you provide services for women.
Yes.
But also men, right?
Yes, some.
Yeah. Well, just generally, 90% women.
90, yeah. I want to say 95% women. The other 5 would probably be men. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And mostly the men just get eyebrows done or their back, you know. But for the most part, it's 95% of females. Yeah.
Okay, so on your perspective, do you have a service that I don't want to say you enjoy most, but a service that you're more proud of performing, and that's your
My
that's
Brazilian.
your ish. Yeah, that's your ish.
Not that I love it, but how do I say it? Like,
That's what you're known for. So
I'm known for my Brazilians, it's an intimate service, first of all,
right.
and not a lot of, I like feedback, so it's a service that you could just be like, hey, I'm gonna go just to anyone, So one of my favorite is Brazilians. Why? There's not just besides being berry, right? But beneficial, beneficial where it helps with your skin, people have bad ingrowns,
Right.
I don't know if I'm answering your question right.
No. You said Brazilians. That was just mostly.
Brazilian. So yeah, it helps, with ingrowns, honestly, a lot of women can't shave. Why? It irritates their skin, So I feel like I'm making a huge difference, in people's skin. Besides the man loving the woman being bare, But yeah, one of my favorite is Brazilians. It's a fun service. It's fun.
Yeah, enough said. Yeah, I mean, think we know what that is.
And we see results.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, okay, usually for wax, right, hair removal, how long are the benefits of wax?
So for waxing, hair must be at least, to me, just because, I've done it for a long time, 1/2 inch. It could be a little bit shorter, but to me, the longer the hair, the better results. Meaning it's not going to break. It's going to pull it from the roots. The more you continue waxing, and it's being removed from the roots, the more results you're going to see. Meaning less hair, thinner, less ingrowns, no ingrowns. Also, you don't have to come. Well, at least personally, me, I don't. You don't have to come every 3 to 4 weeks to get waxed. A lot of my clientels come every 6 weeks, every 8 weeks. Unless they hate hair, then they come 3 to 4 weeks. But there's, like I said, there's a lot of benefit in waxing. Especially for irritation and ingrowns that they benefit from it.
And obviously, when it comes to people, everybody's hair grows different and at a different rate.
Yes.
Right? But also their skin, right? Some are more oily, some are more dry.
Yes.
Does that play a factor on waxing?
Yeah, it really does. I actually have clients that they sweat in between because they're so nervous, or they just sweat. I have clients that their skin is dry, and, I have to figure out, like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Like, for example, for my clients that sweat, I have to work faster, or the wax can't be as warm. I love waxing with warm wax. I feel like that's how I remove more hair, people that have dry or dehydration skin, then, I got to be careful not to go through it, more than 2 or 3 times, because it could lift their skin, So, everyone has a skin type, I know it's going to kind of sound kind of, like, wait, what? But I always tell my female clients, this area is like your face.
The growing area.
Yes,
the growing area.
This area, is like your face. Some people are dehydrated. Some people are, instead of oily, sweaty, or and you have to take care of it. You have to cleanse it. You have to exfoliate. We have a treatment, for those ingrowns. That's exactly what we do in our face. So, yes, there is definitely different type of skins out there, and I feel like I specialize, or I specialize. Each client is different, so I wax them. My techniques are different with each client that I have. Depending on what type.
Right. You can't treat them all the same because it's not all the same. No, of
and
course.
they're not all the same. So
Right.
we treat them different, but different. You know.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this: what has this business given you, or running a business given you? And
I feel like it's gave me time. Creating my own schedule, but also not taking advantage of it. I want to say I don't want to say I am happy being a self-employed. I think, no, I enjoy what I do. So it's brought happiness. It's brought, being able to create my own schedule. Obviously, spending more time with my family. Being able to pick up and drop off my son at school. That's actually one of the main ones. I want to say confidence too. Confidence, independent, and joy, actually. Joy. Yeah. And, just, yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Now, your business is only open for 4 days.
Yeah.
Correct? Did you say that was a decision from the get-go? Because you had mentioned earlier, right? It was from
5 days.
5 days before.
Yeah.
When you first opened.
Yes.
And then now it's 4.
Yes.
And most of them, are by appointment, right?
Actually, I am by appointment only.
You are by appointment.
Yeah, I don't take walk-ins. Unless it's a small service, underarms, lip, but it's by appointment only.
Okay. And obviously, you think that's been very helpful for you?
Well, 4 days was more of a choice that I had to make because we decided to have a second baby, and it was more being at home with the kids, and also, starting the business, I did get overwhelmed working a lot, but I chose to work 4 days because we decided to have, baby number 2. Yeah. And I didn't want to take advantage of my sister-in-law that's helping us, I am considering, with just everything going up, all that, working 5 days, just not now because Colby's only 2 years old. Oh, he's going to be 2. And, we just want to wait, because with my son, with my oldest, Wes, I was working 7 days, and I didn't want to do the same thing, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to take 4 days instead of 5, and just wait until he grows up, There's no rush to it. Yeah. But I am considering, working 5 days, maybe in the future, a year from now or 2. Yeah. But I think a lot of my clients were used to me working 5 days, but time goes by quick. So yeah, it's something to consider in the future.
Okay. So I saw on Google, right, when I search your business on Google Maps, you have 23 reviews, all 5 stars.
Hey!
On Yelp, you have 42 reviews, and 99% of them are 5 stars.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
You know what? I'm all about customer service. And I think that's what makes Liz Waxbyliz. I'm known for my customer service. I make people comfortable. I feel like they're starting to become more like family and friends. Like I said earlier, Brazilian is very intimate. And so behind that room, it gets very personal. It gets, I just try to make them feel as comfortable as they can. I mean, chismeamos, we laugh, we cry, we vent to each other, and I think that's what my clientele likes, and my first job was McDonald's, and second job was Bed Bath and Beyond, and it was all about customer service, and I learned that, treat your customers right, every morning when I come to work, my prayers are give best customer service and the best service ever. And that's my goal. Every day, every time I start, my job is I'm going to give them the best service and I'm going to give them the best customer service and the best service, I think I said that. And I just, I want them to feel comfortable. And I think what they like too is that I'm myself, and I think that's what makes who I am, and they come because of that, and I just think I'm a funny person.
That's good.
I'm a funny person, and I'm all about like, just making them feel, let them, first of all, I feel like they could be themselves with me and I could be myself, and they love that. So I feel like, I'm like, oh, it's all about customer service. So I think that's what helps. And I wish I had more reviews though. But not, I mean, those are perfectly fine though. Well, but if you want to give me a review, you can.
Yeah. So you don't, or do you, when client finishes, like, oh, go ahead and put me a review. Do you follow with that, or is it a thing that you really push, or is it something you're not searching for in a sense?
So, I always ask, how did you hear about me? I want to say 80% of the client is, oh, my friend comes here, or my friend, gave you a shout out on social media. The other 20% is Google and Yelp. By the way, I canceled my Yelp, because it was just getting too much, but it's still active for some reason.
Yeah.
Anyhow, when they do tell me they heard from me from Google or Yelp, I just tell them, hey, when you get a chance, if you can, leave me a review. I want to say 10 out of 1 leaves a review. But they come back, Yeah. Is it a big deal if they leave a review? No, but it's nice seeing them. It's crazy because I was just looking at all the reviews today in the morning. I was just reading them like, oh, yeah, I was going through. I'm like, oh, that's so, oh, Lizette, and it's nice to hear it though, It's nice to read what people say about you. A lot of people are actually very detailing, and it is nice. I tell them, if you can, leave it, but I don't push it a lot. I mean, I think I should, but the new thing is now social media, Instagram, Snapchat and TikTok, I don't know how to use TikTok, so I just stick to Instagram, but that's the new thing, the new platform, But yeah, I think it's just my personality, and my goal is just to give the best service ever. Besides, being very perfectionist in waxing.
Right. Yeah, doing that great, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. On your social media, right, on Instagram, right? I know, and now the listeners know, I mean, you're the owner, but ¿quién es jefa? Who's la jefa?
Ooh, la jefa.
Who's la jefa? Like you be.
Oh yeah, la jefa. It's funny. So la jefa is my niece, Stephanie. We call her la jefa because she runs my business. I told her like, hey, I'm gonna give you a raise, but you're gonna be the manager. You're gonna be la jefa. And that means I'm gonna give you more responsibilities. And she took the role, and she does an amazing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What would I do without her? And I don't know what I'm gonna do. She's actually majoring in business administration, and she's a huge part of his business. I feel like I'm gonna cry. She's the one that does all the scheduling. She talks to all my clients. I don't know why I'm getting emotional because I know she's gonna graduate soon, and I'm gonna have to find someone, and she's like, what do you do without me? Like, I don't know, but I'll find someone better than you. But no, that's not gonna happen. No one's gonna take her place. But she's the one that, does all the scheduling. She confirms. She calls, answers the phone calls, texts everyone, orders all the inventory. She's the one that helps me clean too. Actually, her mom actually also helps in the business too. She comes and cleans every week. So la jefa is Stephanie that manages the business. I'm just the labor. The one that pays all the bills, but she's the one that runs the business. La jefa. It's not me, I wish.
No, well, that's good. That
was a really good question.
She controls your time.
She does.
And you both work in sync for the business and for the clients, right? Above all.
Yes. I even try to hang out with her after work, and she don't want to hang out with me. I'm like, you're me. You're supposed to. I play with her. I'm like, you're supposed to be my bestie. She looks at me like, no. I'm just, I just work with you. But she plays a huge role here. Huge, la jefa.
That's good. That's really good. Okay, now we know.
I should have brought her to the interview.
Right, pretty much, huh?
But yeah.
Okay. Do you believe in luck?
I believe in having faith. And I believe, I always say it's not luck, it's a blessing. Blessing and faith. I think anyone could have luck. But to me, it's more of a blessing. Actually, I have a quote that says, it's not luck, it's a blessing. Yeah. So that's definitely no luck, but blessing.
Okay. Is there something you would like to add that maybe I haven't touched on, or maybe something we don't know? Anything else about your business?
Probably just advice, just whoever decides to open up a business that you enjoy what you do. A business does become a job though, at the end of the day, do something that you enjoy and you love, not you want to just make money, because anyone could open a business, right? But you have to really enjoy it and do your research. Do it legit and do your research. That's what I tell a lot of people that ask me, about like, hey, how is it running a business? It's not easy. It's a lot behind the scenes that people don't know. And just do it the right way. Do it the right way, and just know that it's not going to hit the first year. It's going to take time. The work you put in, depending how much you put in, right? So the more you put, the more you'll see faster results in your business. But do it the right way and do it with faith, and always just market yourself. Pretty much just market, Some people say like it's not about social media, or followers. in this era, how we're living, it's all about social media, you know, and it's free. So why not take advantage? But just if you decide to open a business, just know it's not easy. It's not cheap. It's not a failure, but it's an experience. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. It's not for everyone. And whatever you decide to achieve, just go for it and don't look back. And just put 100, but just know that's not going to be easy. Yeah. It's going to take time.
Okay. So now we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some lightning round questions, right? So who do you admire or follow that influences your business mentality?
You know what? One of my biggest person that she motivated me to open my business was Giselle Soto. Giselle Soto is an eyebrow artist, and I took her training class, and just the way she trained just motivated me, you know. So Giselle Soto is actually was one of my was definitely a motivation, you know, for the business.
Good. I know we touched on it a little bit, but what is one thing you have benefited from social media?
Marketing.
Yes.
Marketing. You know what, too? Getting to know other followers, like waxers. That were able, or not were able, but other waxers that share their knowledge. You know, not everyone wants to share. Yeah. So there is a couple that, you know, are willing to share their knowledge. So I think that's one thing that that social media helps besides marketing is getting to know other people in the beauty industry that are willing to share, you know, their knowledge.
The community.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Any books, articles, or quotes you recently came across you like to share? I know you mentioned the one earlier that's it's not luck, it's a blessing.
Right.
You'd like to add another?
There's this. Oh, yes, there is a quote. Obviously, I don't remember the exact words, but one of them was, don't stop introducing yourself or don't stop hustling until you, how is it? Don't stop introducing yourself. I actually don't know the quote, but it kind of meant like, don't stop hustling until you have to introduce yourself or something. Meaning like...
Or not, don't stop hustling until you don't have to introduce yourself.
Yeah, there you go.
Because then, by then, everybody should know you.
Yeah, something like that. Right. So that's one thing I've learned is like, don't stop. And yeah, just don't stop. You know, also, you know, don't settle for something small when, you know, God has something bigger for you. But that one hustle one.
Yeah. What is your definition of wealth?
Wealth will be health for me. Just stay healthy. You know, stay healthy and stay strong. Because I am getting older.
We all are.
You know, I'm getting older and, you know, I would love to continue staying in business, you know, and without our health, you know, right. How are we going to be able to manage? So health, I would say.
Okay. What advice would you give a younger you?
Stay in school. Finish school, stay in school, and don't have a boyfriend.
No, every parent says that, right?
And I'm saying this because, you know, growing up, I've been with my husband for 18 years. You know, my mom forced me to go to school. College. You have to choose a career. I don't care what it is. Choose a career. Pero yo quería andar de noviera, digo, de noviero, whatever. Now I look back, and I would ditch college to hang out with my husband, right? But now that I look back, it's like, I'm glad my mom pushed me to go to college or to do something. I think the best advice I give is go to college, go to school, and stay away from boys. Even though I have boys, but stay away, But I want to say just focus on yourself. Don't be a follower and do something. Study, Study. It doesn't have to be a huge career. I think any career you choose to, if you choose to work hard, you will get where you're at. But I definitely tell all my young girls here, go to school. Small, trade school, college, whatever it is, go to school. It makes a huge difference. If you want to grow, go to school. I didn't expect myself to, just go to a beauty school and be a waxer. No, I didn't expect all this, but el que quiere, you could do it. So youth, I always tell all my young girls, don't have a man and go to school. At least in a young age, just wait, because it'll mess with your mind. Los niños.
Damn boys. Okay, so last one. Which do you choose? Coffee or tequila?
Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easy.
I love coffee. Yeah. I mean, I'll do tequila, but tequila gets me too crazy. So I'll stick to coffee.
That doesn't get you too crazy?
No, just energy. Tequila, okay, I'll be something else.
Awesome.
Yeah. That was a good one.
It is a little random.
Yeah, I can't. Even though I'm Mexican, tequila, no. Ay, María Purísima, no. It's too strong for me. I'll stick to coffee. Okay,
well, Lizette, I want to appreciate, I appreciate your time, and I want to thank you for being here.
Oh, no, thank you. I really appreciate this interview. It was really fun. I've never done this, so thank you for giving me the opportunity.
You're welcome, but thank you.
Thanks.